In my biohacking journey, when I first started all of this over a decade ago, it was like in my early 30s, I had just started my practice. And I remember thinking to myself, I have got to get my sleep under control. And I was living in a really dim apart, like a loft. It was a huge space, but it was really dim. I didn't have a lot of light. I had a light well. And so I remember wearing a wearable that measured my UV exposure. And it was like showing me that like I was not getting enough light during the day. So I used to go on the roof of my building every morning to get sunlight. And I was giving myself like doses of sunlight. And before I knew it, I was like, you know what? I probably should just move to a place that has more light because like, what am I doing in a place that's so dim? But getting your light dark cycles and your sleep wake cycles sync to what is natural for your body and for the environment is a very low hanging fruit that anybody can work on. It just requires some discipline. Like it requires not staring at your phone at night. And honestly, going camping for a week in nature is the best way to reset your circadian rhythms. You will naturally, harmonize to your environment and you'll naturally harmonize to nature. And we all often forget that we are nature and we're part of nature. But unfortunately, living in modern lives with so much blue light in our face and watching TV late at night, a lot of people are not wearing their blue blockers and they're not, blocking the blue light on their phones and their computers, and they're just getting inundated with so much light. And so they're not getting that melatonin production. They're not getting that proper circadian rhythm. And I'd say like, if you're not sleeping well, do everything in your power to figure out that, and also get tested for sleep apnea. My friend has this company called MD Bio, and they have a home sleep test, a sleep apnea test. First thing you can do if you get diagnosed with early sleep apnea is you can get an oral retainer. There's surgeries you can do. I have multiple friends that have done oral surgery for sleep apnea. A lot of people who had orthodontics have sleep apnea as adults, and they didn't even know that their mouths their airways are impaired. And there's also CPAP, which not a lot of people want to do, but is definitely a possibility. So just getting your airway fixed, and mouth taping is a cheap way to do it. Checking your nasal, getting an ENT appointment and looking if you have problems with nasal breathing, like making sure you have proper airways through your nose, like being able to breathe through your nose is crucial for having a healthy nervous system and healthy sleep. So like that entire world of sleeping and breathing, that's like health 101 that is ignored by so many people. And most dentists aren't even properly trained in airways. And so I would say like airway and sleep and circadian rhythms is so foundational, so foundational, because it's going to throw everything off. Like I have a client, the only reason why he's insulin resistant is that he has sleep apnea, and we caught it and we're treating it. And it's so much more common than we give it credit for, that I think it should be, honestly, I think everyone in the country should be screened by now. But unfortunately, most doctors won't pay for it. Like most insurance companies won't pay for it unless you have real evidence of sleep disruption. So it's not that hard to get a sleep study, but getting a clinical sleep study can be more difficult than just ordering one for a few $100 at home.